Beautiful. Thank you for joining me for a 90-minute yoga class. We're going to start with some sun salutes to warm up the body, and then we will hop into 26 and 2 yoga, 26 postures, and 2 breathing exercises. If at any point in class something doesn't feel right for you, remember that you can modify a posture, you can do something else, or you can skip it entirely. Yoga can be challenging at times, and that's okay, but we're never going to a point of pain, a point where we could cause harm to ourselves or others. For the sun salutes, you'll come towards the top of your mat with your feet close together, arms down by your side. I'm going to stand back a bit and show you in periphery. We're going to start with 2 rounds of half sun salutes, which are really wonderful options, especially if you have like a wrist, elbow, or shoulder injury. After the 2 half sun salutes, we'll go into 3 full sun salutes, but if the half sun salutes are speaking to you, keep doing those. Okay, so coming with your feet close together towards the top of your mat. Bring your hands together, heart center, and begin. As you inhale, lift your arms up overhead, look up as if you're saluting or greeting the sun. Exhale to your nose, bend your knees, fold forward, hands to floor, relax your head. Inhale through your nose, look forward and lengthen into a halfway lift. You can have your hands on your thighs, your shins, or the floor in front of you. Exhale through your nose, bend your knees and fold, let your head hang heavy. Inhale, chin away from your chest, arms with your ears, root to rise, lift up, look up. Exhale, hands down. That's a half sun salute. We'll do another. Inhale, lift your arms, look up. Exhale, bend your knees, fold. Inhale, look forward, lengthen, back flat. Exhale, fold, let your head hang heavy. Inhale, chin and chest forward, arms with your ears, hands together, lift up, look up. Exhale, hands down. You can continue with those or do some full sun salutes. Inhale, lift your arms, look up. Exhale through your nose, fold. Inhale, look forward, lengthen. Exhale, hands to floor, shoulder width distance, step back into a high plank or tabletop position. Option to go directly from here to a down dog or child's pose, or take a vinyasa, lean forward, hug your elbows in, lower down. Inhale, come up into a back bend. You can do cobra with elbows bent and thighs on the floor, or up dog with arms straight and thighs off the floor. Exhale, tuck your toes under, lift your hips up for down dog. You can bend one knee, straighten the other, pedal out your legs, and then press your heels to the floor, hips to the ceiling, drop your head, look for your thighs behind you. If down dog is not speaking to you, come down onto your knees and take a child's pose instead. Sink your hips down as you stretch your arms forward. On your next inhale, hands to the floor, look forward, step forward, lengthen back into your halfway lift. Exhale as you fold, relax your head. Inhale, arms with your ears, root to rise, lift up, look up. Exhale, hands down. 2 more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Connect to the breath. Inhale, lengthen, neck long. Exhale, hands to floor, step back into your plank or tabletop. Remember that you can go directly into a down dog or child's pose, or lean forward, hug your elbows in, pull yourself down. Inhale, come up into a back bend, keep your neck long. Exhale, lift your hips up for down dog or sink your hips down for child's pose. Either way, make your arms long, spread your fingers wide, and especially if you are in down dog, root down through all 28 knuckles at your palms and the space between your index finger and thumb so that you're not putting all of your body weight on your wrists. Inhale, look forward, step forward, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms with your ears, hands together, lift up, look up. Exhale, hands down. Last one. Inhale, lift. Exhale, arms with your ears, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, step back, high plank. Keep exhaling, lower down. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. If you're doing child's pose, try to get your hips to your heels. If you're doing down dog, try to get your heels to the floor. If your heels don't naturally touch the floor, you can take a wider stance. If you have tight knees or hamstrings, you can micro bend your knees to take weight away from the backs of the legs. Otherwise, press your thighs back, heels down, hips up. Inhale, look forward, step forward, lengthen. Exhale as you fold. Inhale, root your eyes, lift up, salute the sun. Exhale, hands down. Beautiful, that's our little warm up. We will now hop into 26 and 2 yoga. Come to the middle of your mat space with your feet together, toes, heels touching nicely for 2 sets of pranayama, standing, deep breathing, good for your lungs and respiratory system. Inhale through your nose, exhale through your mouth. All the time against the back of your throat, your nose and your mouth. They're just a passageway. Breathe as much as possible, as long as possible, as slow as possible. Don't forget to have fun. Feet together, interlock your 10 fingers, cross your thumbs, and glue your knuckles underneath your chin. Rock your weight into your heels. Relax your shoulders down away from your ears. You made it to class. Concentrate, meditate, and begin. Inhale, chin down and arms up. Breathe in through your nose. Lift your elbows up. Suck your stomach in. Fill up your lungs. Exhale, head up. Exhale through your mouth. Slowly push your head back. Reach your arms forward. Keep exhaling. Elbows touch. Inhale, elbows out and arms up. Slowly bring your chin down, look straight ahead, lift your elbows all the way up, breathe deep, full lungs. Exhale, head up, slowly push your head back, look way, way, way back for the wall behind you, arms forward, touching to the wall in front of you. Inhale, head down, breathe in through your nose, down through your throat to the very bottom of your lungs. Exhale, head up. As you exhale, open your mouth wide. Like you're fogging up a mirror on the ceiling, arms forward, elbows touch. Inhale, head down. Every new inhale, you want to take in more air than the last breath to expand your lung capacity. Exhale, head up. The more you exhale here, the more fresh oxygen you can take in on your next breath. Push and squeeze. Inhale, head down. So make this the deepest breath so far. Breathing into the top of the lungs, middle of the lungs, bottom of the lungs, full lungs. Exhale, head up. In our day-to-day life, we don't really use the full lung capacity, but the lungs need to be worked out like any other part of the body. Inhale, head down. So through the breathing exercise, you're learning to breathe a little slower, a little longer, a little deeper, full lungs. Exhale, head up. You're also learning to synchronize your breath with your body movements. Elbows touch when your lungs are empty, not before or after. Inhale, head down. As you become a little bit more aware of your body in time and space, notice if you're rocking back and forth or side to side. Exhale, head up. Throughout the breathing, keep the weight in your heels. Lock your legs, contract your quadricep, gluteal muscles, suck your stomach in. Inhale, head down. So as you inhale, stomach in, depression to abdominal wall, contraction to abdominal muscles, suck it in, hold it in tight. Exhale, head up. Even as you exhale, engage the abdominal wall. Keep the shoulders down, elbows up, triceps parallel to the floor. Inhale, head down. Let's make this the last breath in the first set. Spine a little longer, elbows a little higher, lungs a little fuller. Suck your stomach in, breathe deep, full lungs. Exhale, head up, take your time. Eyes open, hips forward, legs locked, stomach in. Keep exhaling, push, squeeze, elbows touch. Change, arms down. You can roll out your shoulders and head. Second set, feet together, toes, heels touching nicely. Interlock your 10 fingers, switch the grip, other thumb, pinky finger on top. Bring all of your knuckles underneath your chin like glue, so your top thumb presses into your throat a little bit to remind your throat to be constricted like a valve. Squeeze your thighs, squeeze your butt, stomach in, grow taller out of the base of your spine, and begin. Inhale, chin down and arms up. Breathe in through your nose, lift your elbows up, suck your stomach in, fill up your lungs. Exhale, head up, exhale through your mouth, slowly push your head back, reach your arms forward, keep exhaling, elbows touch. Inhale, head down for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, full lungs. Exhale, head up, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, elbows touch, 1. Inhale, head down, use the full 6 seconds to inhale. Take in more and more and more air. Exhale, head up, use the full 6 seconds to exhale. Look back, squeeze your palms, wrists, forearms, elbows together. Inhale, use your chin to push your knuckles down. Fingers stay interlaced up to the webbing, palms face the floor, nice little knuckle stretch. Exhale, head up, use your knuckles to push your head back, never forcing the head to tilt back. Sometimes you just look up, one day head drops back, elbows touch. Inhale, I'll do a few with you. Breathe deep, full lungs, exhale. Elbows touch, inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, 2 more. Exhale. Inhale, head down, last breath. Second set, deepest breath of your life. When your lungs are totally full, surprise yourself. Take in one more sip of air. Exhale, head up. Take your time, let everything go through the exhale breath. Any worries, any cares, let them go. Be here now, elbows touch. Change, arms down. We'll continue. Ardha Chandrasana with Padastasana, half moon with hands to feet pose, feet together. Inhale your arms over your head sideways, palms together. Interlock your fingers, release your index fingers, cross your thumbs. Nice tight white knuckle grip. Please don't lose the grip. Stretch up out of your waist and bend right and left, right and left. Every time you pass through the middle, reach up a little taller, like you're trying to touch the ceiling. At the beginning of class, we're still kind of figuring out how our body feels today, right? You're starting to wake up the spine and the shoulders, not forcing or rushing. When you can't stretch anymore, come to stop in the middle. Bring the weight into your heels, press your hips a little forward, hips and pelvis opening. Squeeze your palms together, upper body back, chest and rib cage also flat. Bring your arms and head back a couple more inches, touch your biceps to your ears, suck your stomach in. Inhale, breathing, stretch up out of your waist, try to touch the ceiling. Exhale, breathing, absolutely straight lines, slowly bend your body to the right. Without bending your elbows, good. Without bending your knees, continuously push your hips to the left beyond your flexibility. Beautiful. You're trying to create a tremendous stretching feeling in the left side of your body, all over, inside out, bones to skin, fingers to toes. Just remember, it's the first posture of the day in a cold morning in the middle of winter, right? Take your time, listen to your body. You don't have to fold yourself into a pretzel in this class. All you have to do is breathe in and out through your nose. That's a beautiful gift that you've given yourself and nobody can take it away from you. Keep the weight in your heels, press your hips a little forward, head and arms back, keep your arms with your ears. Push your left hip a little forward to get your 2 hips in line. Now bring your right shoulder forward, open your chest like a flower petal blooming. At the end of postures, there's usually an invitation to get a little deeper. Option to stay where you are, or if it feels good, come down, push, push, push. Change. Inhale to come up, stop in the middle. Press your heels down, pull your abdomen in, squeeze your palms together up to the wrists. Inhale, stretch up out of your waist, try to touch the ceiling. Exhale, slowly bend your body to the left without bending your elbows, without bending your knees. Continuously push your hips to the right, stretching the right side body, toning the left side body. Don't collapse. Sometimes when we come too far down, the knees and elbows start to bend or the hands start to come apart, right? Squeeze the palms together up to the wrists. Touch your left arm to your left ear, right arm to right ear, lift the left kneecap, lift the right kneecap, press your heels down, squeeze your butt, squeeze your inner and outer thighs together, lock your legs. Press your hips forward, pull your abdomen in, slide your breastbone up. Move your right hip a little forward, 2 hips in line, left shoulder forward, 2 shoulders in line, come down, push, push, push. Change. Inhale to come up, stop in the middle. First back bend of the sequence, take a deep breath, full lungs. Keep your eyes open, relax your head back as far as it goes. You can give your head a gentle shake, look for the floor behind you. Squeeze your butt, lift your chest, and immediately take your arms back with your ears, try to touch the wall behind you. So whole spine back bending from coccyx to the neck, lower back, middle back, and upper back. Bend your total spine backward bending. So rather than only bending from the lower back, right, you keep the chest lifted. Keep the weight in your heels, squeeze your butt, lock your legs, inhale, breathing, push stomach, thighs, hips forward, keep the chest lifted, hands together. Now bring your arms back, look back, fall back, way back, go back, more back, change. Inhale to come up, big stretch up, lengthen, decompress. Exhale, stomach in, fold, arms with ears, hands to floor, drop your head. Go for a walk. Ooh, my hamstrings are tight. Then one knee straight the other one. I feel this. Move your hips, shake your head. This is a U-turn from back bend into forward folding. At the beginning of class, your spine might not be quite warmed up yet. Move your hips to get your lower back nice, relaxed, comfortable, easy, flexible. I normally have pretty stretchy hamstrings. So this morning I'm like, whew, isn't that a joy of yoga? You can do the same thing like 1,000 times and still feel something different every time. Padastasana, hands to feet pose. Bend your knees halfway, stomach to thighs, chest to knees. You can grab the backs of your calves, your Achilles, or your heels from underneath. Step on all 10 fingers. Pull on your heels, roll your weight into your toes, and lift your hips up. Stretch your upper body down from the lower spine to the floor. Pulling is the object of stretching. You're trying to create a tremendous stretching feeling on the back of your body, all over, inside out, bones to skin, fingers to toes, with a smiling, happy face. It's kind of poetic. Roll forward a little bit more like a wheel. Pull on your heels, bend your elbows back behind you, try to touch your elbows together behind you. Can you touch your face to your shins? Roll forward a little bit more, hips up a little bit more, pull, stretch, breathe. Change, chin away from your chest, arms with the ears, hands together, knees can bend as you lift up. Slowly float your arms down. Then you stand a little taller, decompressing the spine. Second set, feet together, inhale, arms up, palms together, switch the grip, interlock fingers, release index fingers, cross thumbs, so the other thumb, pinky finger on top. Press your heels down, push your hips forward, pull your abdomen in, inhale, stretch up. Exhale, slowly bend to the right, press your hips to the left, keep your palms together, wrist straight, don't lose the grip. You can use your right hand to pull your left hand to the top right corner of the room, press your left heel into the floor, press your right heel into the floor, push your hips a little bit further to the left as you slowly breathe in and out to your nose. Think about breathing into your left lung, flooding the whole body with oxygen. Move your left hip a little forward, right shoulder a little forward, inhale, lengthen the arms. Exhale, lock the legs, come down, push, push, push. Change. Inhale to come up, stop in the middle. Imagine you could lean your whole spine, even your lower back, against a wall behind you. Pull your abdomen in, inhale, stretch up. Exhale, slowly bend to the left, press your hips to the right. Keep your chin and chest lifted the whole time. It's a very proud posture, and you have a lot to be proud of for practicing yoga today. Good for you. For pretty much everyone, the hardest part of yoga is getting to yoga, right? Getting on your yoga mat, but you made it here, and now you're just stretching and breathing, so the rest is a piece of cake, right? Enjoy the class. Keep the weight in your heels, hips a little forward, head and arms back, touch your biceps to your ears, push your right hip a little forward to get your two hips in line. Now bring your left shoulder forward, open your chest like a flower petal blooming, come down, push, and push, and push. Change, inhale to come up. Stop in the middle. Second heart opener. Keep your eyes open. Relax your head back as far as it goes and give your head a gentle shake. Look for the floor behind you. Squeeze your butt, lift your chest, and immediately bring your arms back with your ears. Try to touch the wall behind you. So whole spine back bending, whole front of the body stretching, weight in your heels. Contract your quadricep muscles and your gluteal muscles. Keep your chest lifted again, so it's really the whole spine back bending, not just the lower back. Press your hands away from your face like you will touch a wall behind you one day. Press your heels down, push stomach, thighs, hips forward, arms back, look back, fall back, way back, go back, more back. Change. Inhale to come up, stretch, decompress. Exhale, fold. You want to go in and out with a flat back, straight spine. Hands to floor, let your head hang heavy. Go for another walk, move your hips, shake your head. Notice what's changed since the first set. So what feels a little bit more loose? What's still a little bit tight or tender? There's no right or wrong, just checking in. Padastasana, hands to feet pose, knees together. Bend your knees halfway. You can grab the backs of your legs or your heels from underneath. All 10 fingers pointing forward, pinky fingers touch thumbs with index fingers. Pull on your heels, roll your weight into your toes and lift your hips up. Touch stomach to thighs, chest to knees, face to the shins, below the knees. No room for light and air between the upper and lower body. Roll forward like a wheel, press your big toes down, spiral your inner thighs back, wrap your elbows back more, press your biceps into your outer calves, roll forward a little bit more, hips up a little bit more. Pull on your heels, roll your weight into your toes, lift your hips up, push your knees back, try to lock your knees, lock your knees, lock your knees. Change, come on up, hands together. Remember, you want to come in and out with a flat back. Beautiful. Arms down, let that posture go, stand tall. Awkward Utkatasana, chair pose. Step your right foot to the right 6 inches, hip width distance, insides of your feet perfectly parallel like 11s. Bring your arms up, parallel to the floor. Tricep muscles tight, all 5 fingers together, thumbs with your index fingers. Reach your arms forward, pull your abdomen in, bend your knees, sit back and down into a chair. Feet flat position, spine straight to begin with, neck long, 100% of your body weight in your heels. Sit down halfway only, hips into a chair. Suck your stomach in and lean your upper body back. Depression to abdominal wall, contraction to abdominal muscles. Suck it in, hold it in tight. Move your hips back a little bit more, bring the weight back into your heels. Now lift your chin up, chest up, lean back, fall back, lay back, change. Come on up, keep your arms there. Press your hips forward, spread your toes wide. Come up maximum on your tippy toes like a ballerina. Stretch up at the top, bend your knees, sit down, lean back. Touch your head and hips to an imaginary wall behind you. Lift your heels a little higher, knees a little higher. Sit down into a chair, but don't sit below a chair. Change. Last part, come on up, still breathing. Squeeze your knees and inner thighs together. Toes point forward. Let your heels come a little off the floor and slowly sit down. Take your time, listen to your body, stop whenever you want. You can also put your hands on the floor to help you in or sit all the way down. Squeeze your knees together and forward, thighs parallel to the floor, arms parallel to the thighs, spine perfectly straight. From the side, looks like you're holding a box. Change, slowly come up. Good, heels down, right foot back, arms and shoulders down, take a breath. Second set, step your right foot to the right, hip width distance, not too big of a step, insides of your feet parallel. Bring your arms up parallel to the floor, so your arms are your counterbalance here. You're gonna reach your arms forward, pull your abdomen in, bend your knees, sit back and down, hips into a chair. Stick your butt out a little bit, you can fold forward and then suck your stomach in, lean your upper body back. You're reaching your arms forward, sinking your hips back in opposite directions, lift your chin up, chest up, change, come on up, keep your arms there. Press your hips forward. So rather than sticking your butt out in the second part, you want to tuck your tailbone under so the lower back lengthens. Lift your heels, concentrate, meditate. Don't even blink your eyes, stretch up and sit down. So with balance, you want to focus on one unmoving spot in front of you. Lift your heels a little higher, knees a little higher, sit down into a chair, but don't sit below a chair. Change. Come on up. Last part, still breathing. Keep the insides of your feet parallel. So without turning your toes in, squeeze your knees, thighs together. Let your heels come a little off the floor and slowly sit down. The slower you do, the better you do. Like an elevator ride, as you get to the ground floor, you slow down even more. Stop when there's still a gap between hips and heels. So you're never resting, right? The hips stay lifted, stomach in. Change, slowly come up. Good, heels down, right foot back, arms and shoulders down. Eagle pose, Garudasana, we'll do the right side first. Keep in mind I'm not mirroring you. Inhale your arms up, big stretch up. Exhale, swing right arm, under left arm. Right elbow, under left elbow. Cross first at the elbows. Again, if you can at the wrist. So one day, palms together, thumbs towards your face, pinkies away from your face. You can also interlace fingers, grab a thumb or grab your shoulders, elbows down. Give yourself a big bear hug. Everybody, pull your elbows down, suck your stomach in, bend your knees, sit back and down, just like the first part of awkward pose. Stay down there. Lean back and bring your right leg over your left leg. Right leg over left leg. Cross your legs each other, twist like ropes. Eventually wrap your right foot behind your left calf muscle. If your foot is coming out, sit down more. If you're losing your balance, arch your upper body back. Bring your knees to the right, upper body to the left, twist like ropes. You want your wrists over elbows, elbows over knees, knees over ankles, weight in your heel. Sit back and down, elbows down, upper body back at the end. Good, change, feet together, inhale, arms up. Let's do the left side. Exhale, left arm, under right arm. Left, under right, palms together. Notice if your hands are coming to the right of your face. Bring your hands to the left, drop your right shoulder down, even out the shoulders. Bend your knees, sit back and down, hips into a chair, stay down there, stomach in, lean back and bring left leg over right leg. Left over right, cross twist, squeeze and breathe. Bring your knees a little to the left and upper body to the right. You want your elbows over your knees. Notice if the weight is in your toes or the ball of your foot, shift the weight back into your heel. So think about bringing your shin, your knees, and your hips back. To sit down lower, you can fold forward again, kind of like the first part of awkward, right? You stick your butt out and fold forward, pull the elbows down, suck your stomach in, and then lean your upper body back. Lift your chin up, chest up. Change, come on up, feet together, arms up, right into second set. Swing right arm, under left arm, pull your elbows down, bend your knees, sit down, lift your chest. Oh, that feels good. And bring your right leg over left leg. If your foot is wrapping, try to eliminate the gap between the right ankle and left calf muscle. Also try to flatten the palms, straighten the wrists, eventually fingertips in line. On this side, hands a little to the right, left shoulder down. Keep breathing, relax your jaw, seal your lips. Then you're going to move your weight back into your heel. You're going to sink the hips back and down and fold forward to get lower, and then lean your upper body back. Good, change. Feet together, arms up. Last one, here we go. Left arm, under right arm. Pull your elbows down, stomach in, bend your knees, sit down, stay down there, lean back, and bring left leg over right leg. Breathe through your nose. If your foot is coming out, sit down more. If you're losing your balance, arch your upper body back. Bring your knees to the left, upper body to the right, twist like ropes. Now think about bringing right knee to right, left knee to left, right elbow to right, left elbow to left. Feel deep compression running down the center line of your body among all your major joints. Sit down, lean back, change. Feet together, arms up. Slowly arms down. Party time. You can grab a sip of water if you want. Cheers, friends. Lovely to be here with all of you. Okay. Good stuff. Let us continue. So keep in mind in the 90-minute version of this class, we hold postures a little bit longer. So they're more endurance, a little bit more cardiovascular, but also that means you can work into them slower, right? Standing head to knee, Dandayamana, Janu Shrasana. Shift your weight to your left leg, lock your left leg, lift your right leg up, flex your toes back. Option to stay here with your core engaged, or as you're ready, start to round down and eventually pick up your right foot. All 10 fingers interlocked, even your thumbs crossed under your foot. From start to finish, standing legs should be solid, concrete, one piece, lamp post, unbroken, you have no knee. If you have a grip on your foot, you know your standing leg is locked, no bend, no wobble. Inhale, breathing slowly, gently, lift your right leg up. Stretch it forward nice until your right leg is exactly parallel to the floor. No higher, that's too easy. No lower, that can hurt your back. Standing leg lock, take a breath. Kick your heel forward, continuously keep kicking without stopping, without intermission. Flex all 5 toes back towards your face from the ankle. You're training your Achilles to stretch. If both legs lock from the side, legs make an upside down L like Linda, then start to bend your elbows down. Touch your elbows to your calf muscles. One day, elbows go below the calf muscles. Lock your knee, lock your knee, lock your knee. Change, straighten your arms, bend your right leg, right foot down. Let's try the other side. Shift your weight to your right foot. Evenly distribute your body weight on your right foot without sinking back into your heel, without grabbing the floor of your toes. Lift your left leg up, flex your toes back, abdomen in. Option to stay here or start to round down and eventually pick up your left foot. All 10 fingers interlocked, like you're about to help your best friend over the fence. So keep the right big toe on the floor, contract your inner thigh as well as your outer thigh. And when you're ready, slowly, gently, lift your left leg up. Press your heel forward, flex your toes back, continue to breathe through your nose. In balancing postures, if you fall out, hop back in. And if you ever find that you're holding your breath, go a little slower, right? You want to be able to breathe in and out through your nose. Press your heel forward, flex your toes back. Your standing leg is bending a lot. Think about lifting your hips up so that your knee is over your ankle. If both legs lock, you feel tremendous stretching feeling on the backs of both legs, maybe even a cramp on the top of your thigh. Then bend your elbows down, bring your chest down. So one day elbows go below the calf muscles. Keep your neck long, heel forward, toes back, stomach in. Change, slowly, reverse, out. You can put your hands on your back, do a little back bend, or a knee bend. Second set. Shift your weight to your left leg, lock your left leg, lift your right leg up, flex your toes back, round down, pick up your right foot. You're welcome to start with your knee higher into your chest so that you don't have to round down all the way, right? This is an option. Eventually, you're going to start with your right thigh parallel to the floor. Concentrate, meditate. Don't forget to have fun. Inhale, lift your right leg up. Don't sink back into the heel. Hips forward, toes back. If both legs lock, bend the elbows down. Elbows go below calf muscles and you can balance comfortably. Slowly tuck your chin to your chest. Put your forehead on your knee. Lock your knee, lock your knee, lock your knee. When you're ready, slowly reverse out. Take your time. Nice. Shift your weight to your right leg. Evenly distribute your body weight on your right foot. Lift your left leg up, flex your toes back. So without sinking back, right, round down and pick up your foot. You're almost tucking your tailbone under the whole time. So notice if the weight is shifting back into the heel, should almost be able to pick your heel off the floor. When you're ready, slowly lift your left leg up. Hips forward, toes back. If both legs lock, then elbows down. Elbows go below calf muscles, tuck your chin to your chest. Put your forehead on your knee. Hold and breathe at your deepest point. Whenever you're ready, slowly reverse out. Good for you, good stuff. So that was our first Janu Shavasana head to knee posture. We'll do that same movement again where we squeeze and compress the abdominal wall. Next though, we're gonna do a complementary posture, a big back bend, chest and shoulder opener, as well as a spine twist. Standing bow pulling pose, Dandayamana, Dhanurasana, feet together. Bring your right hand up, elbow touches the body, palm faces the ceiling. Bring your hand out to the right, give yourself a high five for practicing yoga today. Yes, reach back. Without turning or twisting your wrist, pick up the inside of your right foot at the ankle bone, thumb with your index finger. Bring your left arm up and back with your ear. Try to get your knees together to start. This is a good place to begin, right? You're already opening through the chest and shoulder. You're working on balance and you're stretching your quadricep muscle. Option to stay here, or when you're ready, lock your left leg, point your right toes, lift your chin, take a breath, stretch up, and slowly charge your body forward. Simultaneously kick your right leg back and up. Up first, just find a place where you can balance, breathe, and back bend. Keep your chin and chest lifted. As you're ready, start to come down parallel to the floor. So from the side, two heels in line. Kick back and up. In other words, two shoulders in line. Right shoulder disappears behind the left shoulder. Touch your chin to your shoulder, shoulder blade scapula stretching away from the body. If you fall out, take a breath and hop back in. Kicking and stretching should be equal, simultaneous, 50-50. The harder you kick, you can balance here forever. Bring the body down more, leg up more, charge your body forward, try to touch the wall in front of you, kick, kick, kick. Change, slowly kick yourself up, feet together, arms down. My balance is a little off this morning. Yours might be too. Again, that's the joy of a consistent yoga practice. Every day is a little different. This is most certainly not Groundhog's Day. Bring your left hand up, out to the left, reach back, pick up the inside of your left foot at the ankle bone, thumb with your index finger, bring your right arm up and back, knees together. So notice if your left hip is way higher than your right hip, try to move your left hip forward and down, hips in line. Lift your right kneecap, point your left toes, lift your chin, take a breath, stretch up, and slowly kick into your hand. Simultaneously, charge your body forward. So again, kicking and stretching equal, simultaneous, 50-50. The harder you kick, you can balance forever. Keep all 5 fingers together. Thumb with your index finger, palm of your right hand faces the floor. Get your right arm exactly parallel to the floor, no higher, no lower, standing leg locked. Slide your right shoulder forward, relax your left shoulder back, kick into your hand. Kick your heel away from your butt, press your big toe all the way up to the ceiling. Now remember that this is a spine twist and a shoulder opener. And when our back is tight, which is like all of us, our hips will try to compensate by opening up. Try to keep your left hip down. So it's truly the shoulders opening rather than the hips. So left hip down a little bit, right? Bring the body down, leg up, slide your shoulder forward, try to touch the wall in front of you, kick, kick, kick. Change, slowly press yourself up, feet together, arms down, take a breath. Second set, bring your right hand up, out to the right, reach back without turning or twisting your wrist, pick up the inside of your right foot at the ankle, left arm up and back with your ear. Lock your left leg, point your right toes, Lift your chin, take a breath, stretch up, and slowly kick, stretch, breathe. Kick into your hand, stretch forward, breathe through your nose. So you want to bring the right hip down, left hip back, left shoulder forward, right shoulder back. So the hips point towards the floor, but the chest opens to the right side of the room. Keep your chin and chest lifted as you breathe slow and steady in and out through the nose. Body down to parallel, big toe to the ceiling, kick, kick, kick. Change, press yourself up with control. Okay, last one, left hand up, out to the left, reach back, pick up the inside of your left foot at the ankle, right arm up, knees together. Lift your right knee back, point your left toes, lift your chin, take a breath, stretch up, and slowly kick, stretch, breathe, connect to your breath. If you find that you can't breathe or you have to breathe through your mouth, slow down, do a little less. If you always fall out of this posture, slow down, do a little less. If you always stay in this posture, try to go a little deeper. Keep the chin and chest lifted, body down more, leg up more, charge your body forward, kick up one more time at the end. Change, press yourself up. Good, feet together, arms down. Come to the back of your mat, Tula Dandasana balancing stick. This next posture is only 10 seconds, 10 yoga seconds. You have to make up your mind to use 100% of your strength in half a second. If you're late, it's over. Feet together, inhale, arms up, palms together, interlock your fingers, release your index fingers, cross your thumbs, lean back, stretch up, step your right foot forward, a big step, shift your weight to your right foot, stretch, arms with your ears, and when you're ready, start to tilt. Come down like a slow moving seesaw. Keep your arms with your ears the whole time. Eventually, arms, body, head, legs, everything parallel to the floor. So from the side, body makes a T like Tom, not a broken umbrella. Stretch, 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 change. Beautiful. Left foot down, right foot back. That's so nice. Lean back, stretch up. Keep your arms with your ears the whole time. Step your left foot forward. Evenly distribute your body weight on your left foot without grabbing the floor with your toes. Stretch, and when you're ready, come down. Point your right toes. Bring the chest down and the leg up, all the way up, parallel to the floor. So chest down more, leg up more, touch your palms together, charge your body forward, stretch back, change. Right foot down, left foot back, float your arms down. Can you hold still for one holy, sacred breath? Second set, arms up, palms together, switch the grip, interlock fingers, release index fingers, cross thumbs, step your right foot forward, lock both legs, squeeze your butt, stretch, and tilt. Come down without letting the left hip help off, right? So drop your left hip down, spiral your inner left thigh up, sole of the foot flat to the ceiling, lift your leg up, leg up, leg up. Change, left foot down, right foot back, lean back, stretch up. Step your left foot forward, squeeze your palms together, wrist straight, stretch and tilt. Charge your body forward, try to touch the wall in front of you, shoulder blade, scapula, stretching away from the body. Bring the body down more, leg up more, stretch, stretch, stretch. Change, right foot down, left foot back, arms down. Enough of that, come to the top of your mat. You can face the long side of your mat for the next 3 postures. I will continue to face you. Ooh, wine is delicious. Standing separate leg stretching. Dandayamana, Vikaptapada, Paschimottanasana. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, step your right foot to the right. Nice big step, arms down parallel to the floor. Turn your toes in and your heels out so your feet are slightly pigeon-toed. If you have active sciatica, toes point forward, insides of your feet parallel. Lift your kneecaps, lock your legs, triceps tight, lift your chest, stretch up, and swan dive forward. Stick your butt up like it's Saturday night, not Saturday morning. Grab your heels from behind, roll forward like a wheel, lift your hips up, push your knees back, lock your legs. First the leg stretching, then the hip stretching, then the lower spine stretching, whole spine stretching, whole body stretching, 360-degree angle stretching, coccyx to toes, coccyx to forehead, touch your forehead to the floor in between your feet. Everybody roll forward a little bit more, lift your hips up, push your knees back, pull, stretch, breathe, touch your head to the floor in between your feet. Change, Slowly come up, take your time, try to come up with legs locked, back flat, beautiful. Step your right foot back to the place, arms up, arms down. If your forehead easily touched the floor in the first set, take a little bit of a smaller step so that your hamstrings and spine can stretch more. If your forehead was nowhere near the floor, maybe take a little bit of a bigger step, but you never want so wide of a step that you lose control of your legs, right? You want to feel the stretch in the backs of the legs, not the inner thighs. So keep control. Second set, arms up. Step your right foot to the right, nice big step. Arms down parallel to the floor. You can also play around in the second set with how much you turn your toes in or point them forward. Lock your legs, lift your chest, and go down, hinge at your hips. So if your knees are bending a lot, start with your hands on the floor in front of you. Walk your hands forward as much as you need to, lean into the arms, lift your hips up, push your knees back, lock your legs. For my hyperflexy folks, it's not that you're hyperextending your knees, right? You don't need to be like jamming the kneecaps back as far as they go, but you do want hips over knees over ankles as you lift and contract the quadricep muscles. So when the quadricep muscles engage, then the backs, the legs, the hamstrings can stretch. If you have a grip on your feet, pull, but notice if you're starting to round your spine. Lift your chin and chest, look forward, roll forward. Imagine your heart will touch the floor before your head. And when your head's just an inch or two away from the floor, you drop your head down so the top of your head touches the floor in between your feet. Good, change, slowly come up. Press the hips forward, pull the abdomen in. Step your right foot back to the place, arms up, arms down. Triangle, Trikonasana. Inhale your arms over your head, big stretch up. Exhale, step your right foot to the right, nice big step, arms down parallel to the floor. Press your hips forward, lean your upper body back, turn your right foot out, left toes in, two heels in line. Inhale, bend your right knee and lunge. Can bounce a couple times to warm up the hips and knees, and then start to sit down low, really opening through the hips. Notice if your knee is going to the left of your ankle. You want your knee directly over your ankle. Sit down, press your hips forward, lean back, keep your spine straight in the middle, and move your arms at the same time. Aim your fingertips between your big and second toe. Don't touch the floor. Don't push any weight on the floor. Look up to the ceiling. Touch your chin to your shoulder or reach your left shoulder up. Touch your shoulder to your chin. Push your left hip forward and down. Push your right knee back with the help of your elbow. Now turn. Twist upper body back like spine twisting posture. Continue to breathe in and out through your nose. Lock your left knee. Keep your left foot flat on the floor. Change. Rotate your arms. Straighten your right leg. Right toes in. Left toes out. Do a quick check. Make sure your heels are in line, not crisscross. Inhale, bend your left knee and lunge. Bounce a couple times to warm up the hips and knees. Also look down, and if you can't see your big toe, probably means that your knee is going way beyond your ankle. Take a little bit of a bigger step so that your knee is directly over your ankle. Press your hips forward, lean back, and move your arms at the same time. So eventually when your left thigh bicep is parallel to the floor, then the elbow will be in front of the knee, right? But if your thigh isn't quite down that far yet, that's okay. Maybe just the wrist or forearm in front of the knee. You don't want to stay all the way lifted, but you also don't want to collapse all the way down, right? It's a nice diagonal line from your ankle all the way to the crown of your head. So you're stretching through the right side body, toning the left side body. Look up, stretch up. Bend your left knee, sit down more, chest up more, keep your chest lifted, turn, twist upper body back, lock your right leg, keep your right foot flat on the floor. Change, rotate your arms, straighten your left leg, left toes in, right foot back, arms up, arms down, stand tall. Second set, triangle, inhale, arms up. Exhale, step your right foot to the right, nice big step. Press your hips forward, lean your upper body back. Turn your right foot out, left toes in. Inhale, bend your right knee, lunge. Sit down low, lean back, and move your arms. So imagine you could, teachers often cue, imagine you could practice this posture between two panes of glass, which doesn't really sound like something I'm interested in doing, but the idea is that you're really opening through the chest and the back at the same time. So you're not, rather than sticking your butt out and folding forward, right, you press the hips forward, lean the upper body back, look up, stretch up, turn, twist, roll the left rib cage back, open your chest like a flower petal blooming. Change, rotate your arms, straighten your right leg, right toes in, left toes out, two heels in line. Inhale, bend your left knee, sit down, lean back, keep your spine straight, move your arms at the same time, eventually elbow in front of the knee, hover your fingertips between your big and second toe. Don't touch the floor, don't push any weight on the floor. Look up to the ceiling, touch your chin to your shoulder. Push your right hip forward and down, push your left knee back with the help of your elbow. If you feel like your feet are sliding apart, imagine you're gonna squeeze your heels together, feet stay in place, but that's the inner thigh strength we want to engage. Turn and twist, Lock your right leg, keep your right foot flat on the floor. Change. Move your arms, straighten your leg, left toes in, right foot back, arms up, arms down. This is a psychologically tricky part of class. We've just really like opened the heart space. We've increased the heart rate a little bit. And now we're going to very intentionally slow our breath, slow our body movement, standing, separate leg, head to knee, Dandayamana, Bikapapada, Jani Sharasana. So we're playing a little bit with tempo like jazz. Feet together, inhale, arms up. Palms together, only cross your thumbs. Exhale, step your right foot to the right, 3 to 4 feet. Shift your weight to your heels, pick up your toes, pivot on your heels. Turn your back toes in. Push your left hip forward, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times beyond your flexibility. 2 hips in line, 2 heels in line. Backside foot makes a 45-degree angle. Stretch up, tuck your chin to your chest, and you go down. Jani Sharasana, this is our second of 3 head to knee postures. Tuck your chin to your chest, pull your abdomen in, touch your exactly forehead and knee together. Front side compression, throat choked, eyes open, breathing normal. Stretch your fingertips beyond your big and second toe. Bring maximum weight to your right front foot. That'll help with balance and hip alignment. Lift your right hip up, press your left hip forward, 2 hips in line. Push your forehead into your knee a couple times real quick. Lock both legs, hands together, change. Slowly uncurl, chin to chest, arms with ears, head up last. Shift your weight into your heels, pick up your toes. See if you can pivot 180 degrees in one swoop. Turn your back toes in, push your right hip forward, forward, forward. Feel your inner thighs squeeze together. Stretch up. Tuck your chin to your chest, go down, press the right hip forward, round, scoop, curl, tuck, concave, chin to chest, stomach in, touch your forehead and knee together. Now, if your forehead and knee aren't touching, you can bend your front leg, but you keep the back leg long, the back heel down. You can bend your front leg. You can always take a bigger or smaller step. You can always turn your back toes forward and in more. You can push the floor away from you with tinted fingers. Tuck your chin to your chest and now try to bring your forehead and knee closer together, but you're never forcing your body. This is one to be cautious of, especially if you have an achy back or a history of slipped discs. Doesn't mean that you can't do it. It just means that it's one to be cautious of. Eventually forehead and knee touch, but you're never forcing your body. Push your forehead into your knee, lock both legs, hands together first. Change, slowly uncurl, press your right hip forward, right shoulder forward, full stop at the top. When you're ready, pivot on your heels, step your right foot back, arms down, breathe. Second set, head to knee, Jani Sharasana. Inhale, arms up, palms together, cross your thumbs. Exhale, step your right foot to the right, nice generous step. Be generous with yourself. Pick up your toes, pivot on your heels, turn your back toes in, push your left hip forward. So at the top, your weight's in your back foot, right? Stretch up, chin to chest. And as you go down, transfer your weight into your front foot. That will help with balance, control, and hip alignment. Tuck your chin to your chest. Again, you can bend your front leg, touch your exactly forehead and knee together, front side compression, throat choked, jaw relaxed, eyes open, breathing normal. So touching the forehead to a knee might sound kind of arbitrary, but I actually think it's pretty miraculous. If you can touch your forehead to your knee or just get it close, right? You're rounding your whole upper body over half of your lower body, all of your vertebrae over one femur bone, true extension of the spine, true compression to the abdominal wall. Keep your jaw relaxed the whole time. Push your forehead into your knee, lift your kneecaps, lock your legs, walk your hands back together first, and change. Imagine you're dragging your forehead up by your chest, head up last. When you're ready, pivot on your heels. I'm going to face you. Heels are in line, but they're not crisscrossed, right? That'll make it hard to balance. Notice if your hands are coming apart like mine are. Press your palms together up to the wrists, only thumbs crossed. Stretch up, chin to chest, go down. So right hip forward, transfer your weight into your front foot. Tuck your chin to your chest, forehead to knee contact. Balance challenge, try to keep your hands together, right? At first, maybe just the thumbs crossed, eventually palms together. Push the tips of your fingers into the floor, round your spine higher. If it's easy to touch your forehead to your knee, try to touch your forehead to your thigh. You can always round the spine and squeeze the abdominal wall even more. Push forehead into knee, Lock both legs, hands together, change. Take your time, right hip forward, right shoulder forward, full stop at the top. Great. Pivot on your heels, right foot back, arms down. Come to the middle of your mat, tree pose, Tadasana. This is the hip opening series. Shift your weight to your left leg, lock your left leg and lift your right leg up. Maybe at first your ankle is on your shin, your knee, your thigh. Eventually you're gonna hold onto your foot from underneath. Heel to costume, let your right knee drop down and back into a half lotus shape. We call this tree pose, but a lot of other styles of yoga call this standing half lotus. You're training your hips and knees to sit in lotus pose one day. You can bring your right hand to the center of your chest. If you can balance without your foot falling, left hand. Elbows down, neck long. Think about temporarily eliminating any curvature in your spine. Point your right toes. Change slowly, right leg down. Shift your weight to your right foot. Evenly distribute your body weight on your right foot without grabbing the floor with your toes. Lift your left leg up. Hold on from underneath. Heel to costume. You can always hold on to your left knee or eventually let it drop. One day from the side, two knees in one line. And what I mean by that is, see how my knee is here? Eventually, the knee is going to come all the way back without me folding forward or sticking my butt out, right? So you want to press the hips forward, tuck the tailbone under, now lift the chest up. If you can balance without your foot falling, right, you can bring your hands together, but if you're like me and your foot tends to fall on the side, you can always hold onto your foot. Change, left leg down. You can do a second set of tree pose the same way that we do 2 sets of everything, except this, or you can try toe stand, Padangusthasana. Look towards the floor, 4 feet in front of you, lock your left leg and lift your right leg up. Let your right knee drop and bring your hands together. So just looking to the floor can be a really powerful practice of setting an intention, right? Where your eyes go, your body will know to follow. Option to stay here or start to fold forward and eventually hands touch the floor. This is a great side seat stretch. You can stay here or walk your hands forward, lean forward, lift your heel, bend your knee, sit down on your heel, walk your hands back to either sides of your hips, point your right toes, stretch the crown of your head up to the ceiling. Bring your left hand up to the center of your chest. Right hand, elbows down, spine straight, come a half inch off your heel. When you're ready, bring your hands back to the floor. You can come up on 2 feet or lift your hips up to straighten your standing leg and then press your hips forward to reverse out. Good. Change, right leg down, shift your weight to your right leg, squeeze your right thigh tight, lift your left leg up. You can bring your hands together, but if your foot has a tendency to fall past your knee, right, you can hold on to your foot. Look towards the floor, concentrate, meditate. Don't forget to have fun. Here we go, fold forward. Go for it. Maybe trying something new in 2022. Lean forward, lift your heel, bend your knee, sit down on your heel. Walk your hands back to either sides of your hips. Stretch the crown of your head up. Play around. It's all for fun. Left hand up, right hand, spine straight. Maybe come a half inch off your heel. It's my favorite posture to fall out of because you don't fall very far. When you're ready, put your hands on the floor. You can come up on 2 feet or lift your hips up to straighten your standing leg and then press your hips forward to reverse out. Good stuff. Change, left leg down, honor yourself, give yourself high five, fist bump, turn around, Savasana, head to the front of your mat, feet to the back of your mat. We are on the floor for the rest of class. Going to adjust our camera angle accordingly. Wee. Okay. Bring your heels together. Let your toes fall open, arms down, palms face the ceiling. Eyes open. Mouth closed, breathing normal. Savasana is a gas station. Let it fill you up. When your limbs are close together, your heart and lungs don't have to work very hard to pump fresh blood and oxygen through your body. This is a truly restorative posture. As you inhale, feel your chest rise. As you exhale, feel your chest fall. So we just did a lot, right? We balanced on one leg, we twisted, we moved our spine right, left, backward, forward. We strengthened the body, we stretched the body, we got the heart rate up, we took the heart rate down, we went fast in some parts, slow in some parts, right? And we continued to breathe through our nose.
And some people say that the standing series is just the warm up. We kind of purposely discombobulate ourselves, purposely challenge our own egos so that when we get to the floor, our heart space is a little bit more open, and maybe even we're a little bit too tired to be super judgmental of ourselves, right? So the idea is that you kind of, move around in time and space in the standing series, and then you get to the floor and your body's warmed up. And some people say that this is the real yoga, right? The next couple series, the spine strengthening series, the fixed firm series, that's where we really work into, tightness in the shoulders and neck. We strengthen the back. We work into tightness in the lower body, all that stuff, right? So lots of good stuff coming your way. Remember that all you have to do is breathe. The hardest part of class is showing up to class. Arguably, the next hardest part of class is maybe like the balancing series or triangle pose, right? Or something like that. And you got that done too. So now just let it roll, baby, enjoy. Pavana Muktasana when you're moving pose. Bend your right leg up, interlock your 10 fingers, grab your right shin, nice tight white knuckle grip, pull your knee out to the right, down towards your shoulder, avoid your rib cage, keep your head on the floor without lifting your head, look down the center line of your body, pull and hold. Think about bringing your knee towards your armpits. Change, right leg down, bend your left leg up, interlock your 10 fingers, nice tight grip, pull your knee out to the left, down towards your shoulder, avoid your rib cage. Keep your right leg on the floor. If your right leg doesn't naturally touch the floor, try flexing your right toes back towards your face to anchor the right side body down so you're not rolling to the left. Change, left leg down, both legs, lift up, grab your elbows, each other. Give yourself a big hug for coming to class today, good for you. Squeeze your knees together and down. Keep your head on the floor. Without lifting your head, look down the center line of your body, hold and breathe. Eventually, or in the future, when the bone joint skeletal system has improved, the whole spine from coccyx to the neck will be flat on the floor. Change, arms down, eyes open. My friend Matt, who sometimes takes class, I think some of you know him, but the other day we were talking about something and he was like, eventually or in the future. And I love that, if you practice this style of yoga, you kind of you speak a little bit of a language, right? Like, like lock your knee or like eventually or in the future, stuff like that. And it's a bit like speaking a language or like a secret handshake that you can do with your fellow yogis. Kind of fun. Second set, bend your right leg up. Interlace your 10 fingers, switch the grip, other thumb, pinky finger on top, pull your knee out and down. So believe it or not, this is part of the hip opening series, just like tree pose and toe stand, right? In those postures, you brought heel to costume and let your knee drop. In this one, you want to keep your right foot to the right. So it's a little bit of a different hip opener. The ankle and knee are in line. Change, right leg down, left leg up, pull your knee out and down. So you're still opening the hip capsule, you're strengthening your grip, toning biceps, opening through the chest and shoulders, and you are purposely putting pressure on the lower abdomen. Posture is called when you're moving pose for a reason, good for digestion, good for releasing gas bubbles from the stomach. Change, left leg down, both legs lift up, grab your elbows each other elbow on top, squeeze your knees together and down. If you can't grab your elbows, grab your elbows. If you still can't grab your elbows, at least you try, right? You can interlace your fingers, you can grab your shins, you can grab your wrists or forearms. Conversely, if it's easy to grab your elbows, try palming your elbows, right? You can always get a little bit more compact as you look down and breathe. Change, arms down and eyes open. Next, we do a straight leg sit-up. If you have any concerns about your back, skip the sit-up, especially the first sit-up. Roll off to the side, meet us on your abdomen. Otherwise, legs together, arms over your head. Tuck your chin to your chest, sit up, elbows to floor, forehead to knees. Great, turn, lie on your stomach for the spine strengthening series, starting with Cobra, Bhujangasana, good for your lower lumbar spine. Place your hands flat on the floor just below your shoulders so your elbows point up to the ceiling like grasshopper wings. Zip up your legs like a cobra's tail, toes and heels touch. Lock your legs, squeeze your butt. Evenly distribute your body weight on your hands, palms. Look up and lift. Stretch your upper body off the floor. Ooh, that feels so good today. Come up halfway only. Elbows stay bent. They make an L, a 90-degree angle like a rectangle. So think about lifting your lower ribs up, but keeping your belly button down. Notice if your hands are coming apart or cupping, all 5 fingers together, press your hands down, roll your shoulders back and down, keep your neck long. Don't forget about your cobra's tail. Keep your feet together, toes, heels touching nicely. Lock your legs, squeeze your butts. Push your feet, hips, and hands flat into the floor. Now look up, chin up, chest up, stretch up, breathe up.
and change slowly with control. Lower down, look to your right, left ear on your mat, arms down, palms face the ceiling, toes together, heels fall open. Send deep belly breaths in and out through your nose to massage the front of your body. Breathe deep into any point of tension. Let the floor hold you up. Second set, bring your chin forward, place your hands flat on the floor just below your shoulders so your elbows point up. From a bird's eye view, I can't see your fingernails. Zip up your legs, toes, heels touch, lock your legs, squeeze your buns, look up, and lift. Stretch your upper body off the floor. So press down through the feet, the hips, the hands, lock your legs. For a lot of us, when we contract the quadricep muscles, the kneecaps start to lift up, but the feet and the hips stay grounded. This is a great way to start to wake up the back muscles. This is the first of 4 postures in the spine strengthening series. It's notably called the spine strengthening series, not the flexibility series, right? Of course, we could push our hands into the floor and do a deeper back bend, but this is really about using the muscles that surround the spine to really start to strengthen the whole back as we open the whole front. Lift your chest up. Good. Change. Lower down. Look to your left, right ear on your mat. Arms down, heels open. Breathe. Locust Shalabhasana, chin forward, arms straight position. Rotate your arms, palms face the floor. Option to keep your arms out to the side or bring your arms underneath you as best you can. One day pinky fingers touch, one day arms invisible underneath your torso. The hands never overlap, right? The hands are separate. Lock your right leg, point your right toes, and lift your right leg up to a 45-degree angle. Nice. Half of 90. See the foot come directly over the top of your head. Press your hands back, roll forward, shoulders down, lift your leg up, change right leg down, relax your right leg, lock your left leg, point your left toes, and lift your left leg up. Left leg should be solid, concrete, one piece, lamppost, unbroken. You have no knee. Stretch the big toe back, lift your heel all the way up to the ceiling. Change slowly, left leg down. Third part, tuck your chin in a little bit so your neck is long, mouth on your mat. Bring your arms a little closer underneath you. Spread your fingers wide, maybe kiss your mat. Mwah. So glad I made it here today. Zip up your legs like a cobra's tail, toes and heels touch. Lock your legs, squeeze your butt, point your toes, roll forward, and lift both legs up. Come up, everybody come up, struggle a little harder, don't give up. Knees, feet together, shoulders down, triceps tight. Press your hands down, roll forward, press your knuckles down, shoulders down, lift your legs up. Change, lower down with control. Bring your arms out, look to the right, left ear on your mat, breathe. Looking left and right is a gentle stretch for the neck and shoulders. If it does not feel gentle, if it doesn't feel good, you can bend one or both arms so that your hands are close to your face, and this will take pressure away from the upper spine. Second set, locust. Let's go for it. Chin forward, arms straight position, palms face the floor. Bring your arms underneath you as best you can. You're here, might as well do it, right? Lock your right leg, point your right toes, and lift your right leg up. Notice if your hip is lifting up, your foot's coming to the left of your body. Drop your right hip down, spiral your inner right thigh up, sole of the foot flat to the ceiling. Lift your leg up, leg up, leg up. Change, right leg down, relax right leg, lock left leg, point left toes, lift left leg up. So this is good practice for balancing stick, that T like Tom, no broken umbrellas posture. If your hip tends to lift up there, feel how your hips can stay in line here. Leg up, change, left leg down. Third part, tuck your chin in, mouth down, bring your arms a little closer, zip up your legs, toes, heels touch, lock your legs, squeeze your butt, point your toes, roll forward, lift both legs up. In the second set, if you'd like, open your feet for a second, open your legs, see if you can lift up higher. And now bring the knees, feet back together, mouth down, neck long, shoulders down, jaw relaxed, roll forward, legs up, change, lower down, take your arms out, look to the left. With your toes together and your heels apart, it's an inverse rotation to the hips and pelvis. If in standing separate leg stretching, Paschimottanasana, the touch your forehead to the floor in between your feet, that posture. If that one is hard for you to turn your toes in, turning your toes in here will help get your hips and pelvis to be able to rotate like that, right? And then it's a little bit easier tomorrow. Purna Shalabhasana, full locust, chin forward, arms out to the side like airplane wings. Zip up your legs like a cobra's tail, toes and heels touch. Lock your legs, squeeze your buns, point your toes, look up and lift arms, body, head, legs, everything lifts off the floor like a 747 taking off. Beautiful. Corey's got a cat to one side and a baby to one side, and she's still doing this posture. It's incredible. Look up towards the ceiling where your eyes go. Body knows to follow. Think about lifting your lower ribs and your thighs off the floor at the same time. This posture is so good for strengthening your back muscles. You're lifting your chest and your legs off the floor at once. You're using your own body weight to tone and strengthen the back. You're also opening through the chest and shoulders. Keep your neck long. Lift your arms a little higher, thighs a little higher, arms up, thighs up, chin up, chest up, look up, come up a little higher at the end. Good. Change, lower down with control. Tuck in your wings, look to your right, left ear on your mat, breathe. Second section, forward, arms out to the side, perpendicular to the body. Zip up your legs, toes, heels touch, squeeze your buns, point your toes, look up, and lift everything, lifting off the floor. So good. Have your hands at like a 45-degree angle. So your palms aren't facing down, but they also don't need to be like all the way open, right? So very subtle shoulder opener. Remember, keep your neck long. You don't need to drop your head down. You also need to like jam it all the way back, right? You're just going to look up beyond your eyebrows. So your eyes get a little bit stretched, looking towards the ceiling. Keep your knees, feet together, lift your thighs up, chin up, chest up, look up, arms back, come up a little higher at the end. Good. Change, lower down, tuck in your wings, look to your left, maybe right ear on your mat, maybe chin to shoulder, but not shoulder to chin. So if you have trouble touching your chin and shoulder together in triangle pose or in standing bow, first of all, that's very normal. But second, if you practice like bringing your chin and shoulder closer together here, you can start to feel what that feels like, right, on the floor, using the floor as a prop. And then those postures might be a little bit more accessible tomorrow. Dhanurasana floor bow, chin forward, bend your legs, grab your feet from the outside, 2 inches below the toes, thumbs with your index fingers. If you can't grab both feet, in the first set, grab one foot, opposite arm in front. Second set, you'll switch it up. Knees, feet together, squeeze your buns, point your toes, look up to the ceiling, and start to kick into your hands. Beautiful. Continuously keep kicking without stopping, without intermission. It's the kick that drives the posture. Roll forward once, freeze between your ribs and hips, hold still, so nice. Do little sips of air in and out through your nose. Notice if you tend to rock back and forth a lot, right? Hold still, breathe. This posture hurts your knees or elbows. Think about kicking up more than you're kicking back. For my hyperflexible folks, right, you're not hyperextending the elbows here. You're just kicking up towards the ceiling. Point your toes, keep your neck long, look up, kick, kick, kick. Change, lower down with control. Look to your right, left ear on your mat, breathe. Reconnect to your breath. Second set, chin forward, bend your legs, grab your feet from the outside or opposite foot, opposite arm. Bring knees, feet close together, squeeze your glutes, point your toes, look up and kick. You're kicking in 2 directions, you're kicking back and you're kicking up. Try to get your thighs off the floor. Keep your knees, ankles, hips relatively in line, right? So the knees aren't super far apart. You can use your inner thigh strength to keep the legs and hips in line. Point your toes, look up to the ceiling, still balancing between the ribs and the hips. Get your thighs off the floor, chest off the floor, keep your neck long, kick, 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 kick. Change, lower down, look to your left, and let that one go. Bring your chin forward, put your hands on the floor, push up, come to the top of your mat, fix firm, Supta Vajrasana. One sec, okay. Start on your knees, open your knees and feet so your feet are wider than your butt. Point your toes back so that the insides of your feet are parallel, not turning in or out. Option to stay here in tabletop or start to walk your hands back. You can keep your hands on the floor in front of you, beside you, or behind you the whole time. You could even do a little back bend. If you can sit down between your heels and you're not in pain, put your hands on your feet. Bend your right elbow down, stopping anywhere you feel a point of pain. Left elbow down, knees never come off the floor. Drop your head back, head to floor. Tuck your chin in, neck, shoulders on the floor.
arms over your head, grab your elbows each other, look down the center line of your body, hold and breathe. This shape is unique to this style of yoga. In most other styles of yoga, if you do a version of this posture where you go back, you want to get the back long so that eventually the whole spine is on the floor. But in this version, we do a back bend, a heart opener, but also the chin stays tucked to the chest. So your neck spine is lengthening, but at the same time, the middle back is doing some healing compression and the armpits and chest are opening up. So just, it's a little bit unique to 26 and 2 or Bikram yoga. Change, put your hands on your feet. Press yourself up, head up last, turn around, Savasana, head to the front of your mat, feet to the back of your mat. And keep in mind that although on the one hand, yoga is ancient and sacred, and there's, beautiful texts that are thousands of years old that are written about it, it's also deeply human, and it's living and constantly evolving and changing. So as one of my teachers, Mary Jarvis, tells it, in the 70s, Bikram taught this posture like most other styles of yoga where the back was flat. And her little joke story that she likes to tell is one day in like the 80s, she finally got her back flat to the floor and she was like, Bikram, look, I'm doing it. And he was like, who told you to do that? And she was like, you did. He was like, I don't like it. Do a back bend instead, right? So it's deeply human, right? It's all on the one hand, conforming to a certain extent to what the postures are supposed to be is great, because when the postures don't change, it means that you change. But on the other hand, just keep in mind that every lineage of yoga at some point is some dude who's like, I prefer it this way to this way, so we're going my way or the highway. There is a certain element of that in pretty much every lineage of yoga, right? It is very human, and in some ways is a little bit dependent on the people that created it, but it's also dependent on you, right, to change that narrative. Let's do another sit-up. Legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Good. Turn, come to the top of your mat, second set, fixed firm, knees, feet together, hips on your heels, open your feet, sit down between your heels. You can always open your knees, but eventually knees touch the whole time. Place your palms on your soles, right elbow down, left elbow down, head back, head to floor, tuck your chin in, neck, shoulders on the floor, arms over your head, grab your elbows each other and hold. So one of the things that I love about this style of yoga is its rigidity. And one of the things that I do not like about this style of yoga is its rigidity. On the one hand, to be able to do something the same every day becomes deeply meditative. But on the other hand, if we think, well, I can't do the posture the way that it's described in the dialogue, so there must be something wrong with me. There's nothing wrong with you, right? Again, it's created by a guy, but then we're the people that like continue the lineage, right? So you can always take modifications in postures. You can do something a little bit different. You can skip a posture when it's not working for you, right? Change, put your hands on your feet, press yourself up, head up last, turn around, Savasana, head to the front of your mat, feet to the back of your mat. There is some play, right? Again, the postures don't change so that you can change, right? If we're constantly changing the postures so that we don't have to change, right, then, right, you kind of get stuck, right? But on the flip side, if something truly is not working for your body, don't do it, right? Don't force, don't fight, enjoy your body, enjoy the movement, enjoy the class, right? Never forcing or fighting. Legs together, arms over your head, chin to chest, sit up. Good. Come to the middle of your mat, half tortoise, Ardha Krimasana. Knees, feet together, hips on your heels, arms up, palms together, cross your thumbs. If sitting on your feet is not accessible or it hurts, you can always start standing on your knees. Stretch up, chin away from your chest, go down. You can also put your hands in the floor and walk yourself into the posture. Otherwise, arms of your ears, keep your neck long, forehead to floor, little fingers to floor. Tilt your pinky fingers down. Try to get your elbows and wrists off the floor. Just the knife edges of your pinky fingers touch the floor. The rest of your arms are in the air. Slide your pinky fingers forward, sink your hips back and down so you're really lengthening through the lower, middle, upper spine. You're also opening through the shoulders and chest. Reach your arms forward, sink your hips down, stretch, stretch, stretch. Change, come on up, arms of your ears. Nice, arms down, turn around, Savasana. So especially in like the 90s and 2000s, this style of yoga in particular had kind of a reputation for being a little bit drill sergeant-y, and teachers are very rigid and like pick up your foot, do this, lock your knee. Obviously, that is not like my style of teaching. And I actually think it's really important that there's different types of people and different styles of teaching within this sequence of yoga, just like within any sequence of yoga. Legs together, arms over your head, chin to chest, sit up. Elbows to floor, forehead to knees. Turn, come to the back of your mat, knees, feet together, hips on your heels, arms up, palms together, cross your thumbs, other thumb on top. Stretch up, chin away from your chest, go down. Slow. Can you touch your forehead to the floor first and then your little fingers? Just a question, not an indictment. Reach your arms forward, sink your hips down, re-energize, reorganize, revitalize, stretch. Change, slowly come up, arms to the ears, nice, arms down, turn around, Savasana, head to the front of your mat, feet to the back of your mat. And sometimes when I practice, I kind of like a teacher who's a little bit like Joel Sargent and tells me what to do, right? Because there's no room for doubt, right? If somebody's telling you lock your knee, pick up your foot, kick out, touch your head to your knee, if there's no choice, like there's something, kind of fun about that in a world where we're constantly being confronted with choices. Bikram would always be like, you have no choice, pick up your foot. There's something lovely about that. And there's also something dangerous about that, right? Because sometimes we simply cannot pick up our foot, or we could, but it would hurt us, right? And that's where that choice and that agency comes in, that at any time, no matter who is teaching a class, you are your best teacher, right? You are your own guru. You know your body better than anyone else. You know your life story better than anyone else. And through yoga, we're learning not to trust yoga better. We're learning to trust ourselves better, right? That is the goal. You don't want to walk away from a yoga class going, I trust the sequence, I trust the teacher. I want you to walk away from a yoga class going, I trust myself, right? That's the gift that you're giving yourself. Legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Good, turn, come to the top of your mat for Camel Ustrasana, or deepest back bend. Stand on your knees, 6 inches between your knees and your feet. Place your hands on your lower back, thumbs outside, fingers down to the floor. Press your hips forward, keep your eyes open, lift your nose and chin. And when you're ready, let your head drop back. This might be enough, especially in the first set. You can stay here, or when you're ready, go back halfway, freeze in the middle. Option to stay here, or when you're ready, right hand down, grab your right heel. Left hand down, grab your left heel, thumbs outside, fingers inside, full palm grip on your HEELS heels. Push stomach, thighs, hips forward, lift your chest up, drop your head back. If you can't grab your heels, keep your hands on your back for support. Place your hands on your back first. Change, press yourself up without twisting your spine, head up last. Stretch up, sit down, turn around, Savasana. So through repetition of the asanas, as we get to know the yoga a little bit better, and then we get to know ourselves a little bit better, we also realize that there's certain times in class, like perhaps this one, where the heart rate might increase, or you might feel a little dizzy or nauseous. And as beginners, right, we go, ooh, I'm doing something wrong, or this posture is not for me, I should stay away from it. But as we start to trust ourselves more, as we start to get to know the yoga a little bit better, we also start to learn that there's times in class that might be a little uncomfortable when we're in it, but we know that it helps us feel really good after class, right? So for me, this is an example of sometimes I feel dizzy or lightheaded when I'm in this posture, but after class, my back feels better, and I'm able to like stand up a little bit better, and even maybe like release some stuff that I've been holding in. So this is an example of, as beginners, we might go, oh, that posture doesn't feel so good, so I'm not going to do it. And as we start to trust ourselves a little bit more and understand the yoga a little bit better, then we can go, okay, even if it's a little uncomfortable when I'm in it, I know that it's still good for me, so I'm going to do it. Or conversely, even though it feels kind of cool when I'm in it, I know that after class it hurts, so I'm going to ease off. Legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Right, but sometimes the flip side is we do push ourselves in a posture and we're like, this is awesome. And then afterwards we're hobbling around. That's a sign you might have gone too far. You can always roll up your mat like I am. So there's extra padding under your knees. Open your knees a little wider, 8 to 10 inches between your knees, 6 inches between your feet. Put your hands on your lower back. Bring your elbows close together. Press your hips forward, lift your chin and chest, and when you're ready, let your head drop back. Option to stay here or go back halfway. Option to stay here or right hand down, left hand down, full palm grip on your heels. Push stomach, thighs, hips forward, lift your chest up, drop your head back. And when you're ready, place your hands on your back, press yourself up, head up last. Very nice, stretch up, sit down, turn around, Savasana, head to the front of your mat, feet to the back of your mat, still breathing through the nose. I love this reset button in between postures, right? Let your spine be nice and long. Let the floor hold you up. Let's keep going. Legs together, arms over your head, chin to chest, sit up. Good. Come to the middle of your mat, rabbit, Sasangasana. After a deep back bend, we're going to round the spine. Sit knees, feet together, hips on your heels. Grab your heels from the outside, thumbs outside, fingers inside, full palm grip on your heels. Depending on your body proportions, you, like me, might not be able to grab your heels at the top, right? You can always start by grabbing your butt, stretch up, tuck your chin to your chest, go down. There's no cute way to say that. So round your spine, forehead to knees, top of head to floor. Now reach back. And if you don't already, grab your heels, pull on your heels. Don't lose the grip. Option to stay here or lift your hips up. If there's a gap between your knees and head, you can walk your knees up one by one, but head stays in place. Squeeze your heels together, press your hips forward, try to lock your arms, lift your shoulders. That might sound counterintuitive, but remember that you're upside down. So if you lift your shoulders, you actually decompress the neck spine. Roll forward, round your back. Change, hips down first, slowly uncurl, pull yourself out, vertebra by vertebra, disc by disc, head up last. Very nice, turn around, Savasana. This posture is, you know, my tricky posture, right? It's never quite feels right, but I actually, my favorite part is going in and out of it always feels good to my back. Even though the postures are relatively the same, we're all going to experience them in different ways. And the thing that I love about this posture, hate about this posture, might be very different for you, or the posture that's my favorite, right, probably is not your favorite, etc. So also keep that in mind, right, that sometimes you'll hear a teacher like me describing something like a sensation in a posture or a certain alignment. And if that's not your body, that's okay. It doesn't mean that you're doing something wrong. It just means we're experiencing the posture differently because we are different people, right? Legs together, it's a good thing. Legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Come to the middle of your mat, second set, grab it. Let's hop to it. Knees, feet together, hips on your heels. Grab your heels from the outside, big stretch up, chin to chest, slowly go down. Stomach in, forehead to knees, automatically top of head to floor. Pull on your heels, don't lose the grip, lift your hips up, keep the tops of your feet, ankles, shins, and knees fixed firmly into the floor. So try not to tip forward. Squeeze your heels together, squeeze your heels together, squeeze your heels together. Sometimes you have to hear things a few times to internalize them. So if nobody's told you yet today, you are loved, you are loved, you are so loved. Change, bring your hips down, slowly uncurl, vertebra by vertebra, disc by disc. Head up last, very nice, turn around, Savasana. And as we get to trust ourselves a little bit more and get to know ourselves a little bit more, it's kind of impossible not to love yourself a little bit more, right? I think. So through yoga, right, we're of course stretching, strengthening, we're learning to balance, we're moving our body, right? We're practicing self-care, which is by extension is community care, collective care. But we're also just like reminding ourselves, right, of how loved we are, of how worthy of love we are, how unique you are, right? Legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Then come to the middle of your mat, Janu Shavasana, head to knee pose, right leg out, left leg in, two legs make an L, a 90-degree angle. Inhale your arms up. Exhale, turn to your right, tuck your chin to your chest, put your exactly forehead on your knee. This is our third and final Janu Shavasana head to knee posture. Chin to chest, forehead to knee, front side compression, throat choke, eyes open, breathing normal. Change, arms up, left leg out, right leg in, big stretch up, turn to your left, chin to chest, touch your forehead to your knee. Now, if your forehead and knee don't touch with a straight leg, that's really normal. Bend your left leg as much as you want. Interlace your 10 fingers up to the webbing under the ball of your foot. Flex your toes back, bend your elbows down, suck your stomach in, right elbow down, right shoulder down, roll into the right. Change, arms up, both legs out in front of you. If you're skipping, sit up, stay here, stretch up. Otherwise, lay down and sit up. Paschimottanasana stretching. Keep in mind, this is a different posture. Bend your knees, hook onto your big toes with middle and index fingers, peace sign fingers, thumbs on top, and scoot your butt back, right, left, 10 to 15 times. Knees can stay bent if it helps you keep a flat back. Eventually legs straight, eventually legs locked. Notice if your toes are turning in and your knees are coming apart, spiral inner thighs down, flex pinky toes back so the soles of your feet are flat. Lock your legs, puff up your chest. Everybody start to fold forward. Stick your butt out a little bit, roll your shoulders back and down, keep your chest proud and your neck long. Think about bringing stomach to thighs, eventually hook your rib cage over your knees. One day forehead and toes touch. Good, change, come on up, turn around, Savasana. I once watched a girl fold all the way forward and bring her head past her feet. And that's a lot of flexibility, right? She worked on it. On the other hand, I was like, that's incredible. And then she stood up and she was about 3 feet of spine and 2 feet of legs, right? So of course she could bring her head past her feet because her spine was significantly longer than her legs. So again, sometimes when we see someone do something in class, usually they've worked hard on it. There's no such thing as a yoga savant. But on the other hand, certain body proportions lend themselves to certain extensions and postures. Legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Good, second set. But now imagine that same body, 3 feet of spine, rounding over 1 foot of femur bone, right? So head to knee, not so easy for her. Right leg out, left leg in, arms up, stretch up, turn to your right, tuck your chin to your chest, put your forehead on your knee. So different postures lend themselves to different body proportions, right? There's no one body proportion where every yoga posture is easy, I promise. If it's easy to touch your forehead to your knee with a bent leg, press your heel forward. If your leg is straight, lock your leg, heel off the floor, elbows down, stomach in, roll into the left. Change, arms up, left leg out, right leg in, 2 legs make an L, big stretch up, turn to your left, chin to chest, touch your forehead to your knee. This is great practice for standing head to knee and standing separate leg head to knee without having to balance or stand, right? So just feel what it feels like to have your forehead on your knee looking towards your belly button. Change, arms up, both legs out in front of you, lie down, let your spine lengthen and reset, and then sit up. Second set, stretching. Bend your knees, hook onto your big toes with middle and index fingers, thumbs on top, scoot your butt back, right, left, right, left. Your knees can stay bent if it helps you keep a flat back. If your legs are straight, stick your butt out even more. Lock your legs, puff up your chest, everybody fold. Rather than rounding your spine, lengthen your spine. Stomach to thighs pull, chest and knees stretch. One day toes and head touch. Change, come on up, turn around, Savasana. Legs together, arms over your head, chin to chest, sit up. Spine twist, Ardha Matsyendrasana. Take a moment, identify left, identify right, don't mix them up. Bend your left leg on the floor, touch your right heel to left knee corner, right arm close behind you like a kickstand, second spine, left arm up and over your right knee, grab your left knee with your left hand, heel and knee touch. Look down, if you are sitting on your left foot, slide it out of the way, roll to the right. Evenly distribute your body weight on both sit bones. Inhale, stretch up, exhale, look over right shoulder twist. Point your left toes. You can keep your right hand behind you for balance. You can also take it off the floor and grab your hip, your waistband, or even your left thigh with your right hand. Keep your spine straight, chest up, abdomen in. On the breath in, stretch up. On the breath out, pull your abdomen in, look over right shoulder, twist, twist, twist. Change, unwind, swap out your legs, bend your right leg on the floor, touch left heel to right knee. You can also keep your right leg long in front of you. Left arm close behind you, fingers tinted, thumb pointing towards you. Right arm up and over, grab your right knee with your right hand. You can also grab your mat or towel. Inhale, stretch up.
Exhale, look over, left shoulder twist. Notice if you're leaning back or way to one side, right? Keep your hand behind you so you can sit up tall. And once you can sit up tall, now try taking your hand off the floor. Eventually grab your right thigh with your left hand for a bind. Drop the shoulders, lengthen the spine. Using our breath throughout class always helps us move the body, but it's especially true in spine twists, right? Inhale, stretch up to decompress the spine. Exhale, look back, twist the spine, twist, twist, twist. Change, unwind, turn around, Savasana. Speaking of breathing, we start class with a breathing exercise, exhaling through the mouth, and we end class full circle with a breathing exercise, exhaling through the mouth. Kapalbhati breathing, skull shining breathing, good for lungs, digestion, abdominal wall, good for just kind of like exhaling out anything you want to let go of. Legs together, arms over your head, chin to chest, sit up. All right, all right, all right. Come to the middle of your mat. Sit well, knees, feet together, hips on your heels, hands on your thighs. If it hurts to sit on your feet, don't do it. Sit on your butt, crisscross applesauce. Every once in a while, try to sit on your feet. It's a little bit easier for your diaphragm. You're going to exhale through your mouth. As you exhale through your mouth, you'll pull your abdomen in. When the stomach relaxes, the lungs automatically take in air. So the exhale is audible, forceful, intentional. The inhale is very passive and subtle. The less you think about it, the easier it is, which is such a gift. Lick your lips, swallow a couple times, concentrate, meditate. Don't forget to have fun. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. If you're sitting crisscross applesauce, switch the leg, other leg on top. Lock your arms, drop your shoulders, keep your spine nice and long, and begin. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good for you. Honor yourself. Give yourself a hug, high five, pat on the back, turn around. Final Savasana. Close your eyes, open your arms and legs, and take a deep, life-giving breath. Inhale, and let it go. Exhale. So through yoga, we get to know ourselves better, love ourselves better, trust ourselves more. And then you get to take that out with you into the world today, right? This sense of trust, the sense of knowing yourself, knowing who you are, not needing to prove anything to other people. Take that out with you into the world. The world needs more people like that. There's some people who have no idea that it's possible to feel that way, or that there's embodied practices that can get you there. But you figured it out. You showed up on your yoga mat, you did the work, and now you just get to enjoy. So enjoy the rest of your day. Enjoy your sense of self. Enjoy your unique self and all of the talents and skills and love that you bring. Thank you for being you. Thank you for practicing yoga with me, and I hope to see you all very soon.